Hey everybody, I'm Seth with MK Carpet Cleaning. First off, thanks so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, typically we do carpet, hardwoods, and laminate, but this is actually a unique floor, so I wanted to make sure we did a quick video on it. This is called luxury vinyl plank. It's starting to get very popular in a lot of commercial and residential settings. And what's unique to this floor was a lot of scratches in the floor, and also it was very dull. So the owner of this business wanted us to not only clean the floor, he wanted us to kind of remove the scratches and also give it a nice shine. We're gonna so if you just stay tuned, we'll talk about our process, how we dealt with those scratches, and how we gave it a nice shine to it. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Please give us a thumbs up too. This helps us get noticed by other people who could learn from us, even people who are within the Greensboro area who are looking for a carpet cleaner. And if you're not in the Greensboro area and you're looking for a carpet cleaner, leave us a message. We can actually put you in with someone who's within your area who's a very good carpet cleaner, hardwood floor cleaner, laminate, etc. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Alright, so as we're walking in, this is the floor I was talking about. And as you can see, just walking in, it's very dull. No shine to it at all. And as we zoom in a little bit closer, you'll get to see some of the scratches. It almost looks like there's a residue on top of it, and there was a little bit of residue in some of the places, but it's really just the type of flooring that it is. It was very easy to scratch up, and so we'd actually cleaned this one time before a few weeks ago. But anyway, this is it right here, and just stay tuned. We're going to talk some more about it, but I just wanted to kind of did another brief intro as we look at the floors before we actually start cleaning, and then we'll talk a little bit more about our process. Alright, so here I am using our good old 175, and by the way, if you don't have a 175, that is probably, in my opinion, one of the most versatile tools out there. You can use it for carpet, hardwoods, VCT. I mean, the list goes on and on for what you can use them for, and they're relatively inexpensive. As a matter of fact, this one was given to me by my dad. It had been sitting in a building somewhere, and they didn't use it either. And my dad was letting them use it, but like I said, they weren't using it, so he just told me to go pick it up. So picked it up and bought some silver spray paint, spray painted it, and it looks a lot better than what it did, although it probably needs to be cleaned up again and re-spray painted. But anyway, all that to say, that's what I'm using as the 175 for these floors. I like using it because of the weight, and also the fact that it does a really good job if you're having to strip off acrylic wax, or if there's a lot of residue, of kind of breaking it up and really working in that either cleaner or stripper, such again as what I'm using here. Now typically I will use basic coatings dissolver when I'm stripping these type of floors. I shouldn't say these type of floors, rather hardwood floors, just because you don't really want to mess up the polyurethane, and basic coatings is really designed just for that. I know there's some other good strippers out there that do the same thing, but I just use basic coatings. It's just something I've always used. Now here, again, I'm not using basic coatings because there's not a polyurethane to it, so I'm not worried about messing that up. So anyway, and I think you just saw me using the spray bottle. The reason why I'm using it, I typically just prefer to use a spray bottle rather than using a pump up when I'm dealing with the stripper, just because I prefer to go in small areas if possible. I don't like doing a tremendously large area. As a matter of fact, I usually don't do nowhere near as much as I'm doing, as you see in this video, or I shouldn't say as large of an area as you're seeing in this video. But again, what I'm doing is basically just working in that stripper and just kind of helping break up the residue. And in just a few minutes, you're going to see me come by with our Power Flight auto scrubber, and we just purchased it, and I'll talk more about that here in just a second. Alright, so this is our Power Flight Auto Scrubber. And what we're doing now is we're doing two things. One, we're picking up the stripper that was on the floor, and we're also using a neutral cleaner to neutralize the floor. Now, I mentioned in the intro, and I'm going to talk about it now, what was unique to this floor was the scratches and also the residue that was on the floor. Because we actually went to clean this whole office building, the carpet and this area, and some tile and grout too. And when we came to this floor, we noticed as we was cleaning it, the scratches weren't budging at all, and there appeared to be like some type of acrylic wax residue on the hardwoods. So we knew that we weren't going to be able to clean it with the stuff that we had. I was going to have to come back and get some stripper and my 175 and all that other stuff just to get it clean. But also the owner was telling me that he wanted the floors to shine. And originally I'd actually turned down the job. I said no. I said I usually don't put any type of finish on anything except for hardwoods and engineered floors. I said I don't like to put them on there because they're going to have to be stripped off. And we actually spoke with the owner, had a good conversation, and told him, listen, we'll do the floors. I'd actually called a couple of manufacturers and they recommended a couple of products. And the product that we're using, as you'll see here in just a few minutes, really put a nice hard shell on the floors and made it shine really good, give it a nice gloss look to it, as you'll see here shortly. But anyway, I made sure the owner know that if we put this on here, a couple things you're going to have to do. One, you're going to have to make sure you clean it the way that we recommend, which is the way the manufacturer of the finish we put down recommended. And also you're going to have to, in a couple of years, have this stripped off. You'll be able to put some more finish down in a couple of years. And if you maintain it right, it could last several years before you have to strip it off. But again, that's the key. Proper maintenance, and also making sure that when you do put some more finish down on it, eventually you will have to strip it off before you put more. I think you can probably put maybe 2 or 3 coats after this original 2 coats we put on there. So, but anyway, again, talking about this Power Flight scrubber, we love it. I'll try to talk some more about it later on, but anyway, we're glad we purchased it. It helps out a lot. Alright, so this is after one coat of finish. You can tell there's a couple of splotches there, or blotches, whatever you want to call it, in the entryway. This is before the second coat, so I just wanted to do a walkthrough and just kind of show you what the floors look like now that we've put that one finish down. They're actually going to look even more, a little bit more shiny. I'm trying to think of the proper word there. They're going to look better, basically, and shinier once we put the second coat down. And as you can tell, this has a nice hard shell look to it. I mean, I was very pleased with the way it looked. You can see before picture right here. In just a second, you'll see. And after, it just looks a lot better. It almost looks like it's just a wet look to it. So anyway, the owner was happy, and I told him, one of the ways you can maintain this is every so often have it buffered with a white pad and make sure you use a neutral floor cleaner, and this floor will last a long time. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. And again, I am Seth with MK Carpet Cleaning.